Hey, this is Matt from ListenUp, and today we're talking about Meze's new Liric II over-the-ear closed-back headphone. I kind of volunteered to do this video because I have been a Meze Liric I owner for a couple years now. And it's interesting, this headphone got some mixed reviews across the industry and, from headphone fanatics. For me at the time, I really wanted a closed back headphone that had all day comfort. And these weren't an immediate headphone that I loved the sound signature of. I liked them, they certainly sound good. They felt absolutely great. I really fell in love with the build quality and the comfort, but I had to play with a few different amps and DACs to really get these to sound a way that I've fallen in love with. I will say, closed back in general and my experience with the Liric I is it is a very, kind of more closed in sound. You've got good imaging, but you don't have like a super wide sense of space the way you might in an open back. But it's personal preference. For me, that created kind of this real inward listening experience. It was very private, intimate. Not the last word in detail, but I could still hear some separation from the instruments. And so now I want to see what I think of the Liric II. The first impression I got just looking at the packaging, the spec sheet, is I think it's amazing that Meze's been able to deliver these for the exact same price. So at $2,000, the Liric II holds the price of the Liric I. This is in a time when it seems like everything in hi-fi has gotten 20, 30, 40% more expensive post-COVID. And not only did they hold the price, but Meze now includes their upgraded cable as well as a 3-meter version of the cable that came with the original pair. So you're actually getting slightly better value across the board. I also think, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but I think the new wood treatment on the outside of the cups is very handsome in person. It's beautifully finished. I also like the leather because I think it's a little more understated. If I popped these on an airplane, I didn't feel like I was making a huge statement. So we haven't had a lot of time to dig in and do a deep dive on the sound comparison. But what I will say is right away, the things I liked about the Liric I are present in the Liric II. It's really an exceptionally smooth sound signature. So I'm lucky enough to have days where I'm just clacking away at my computer, building spreadsheets, writing emails, whatever it is, where I can wear either of these headphones for multiple hours without fatigue, either physically or sonically. I think the sound signature is incredibly smooth. I will say they employ a technology on the Liric II. I think it's kind of the highlight of the build change outside of the external appearance is this GWRM technology. I'll totally mess up what the acronym means, so we'll talk about that in an overlay. But this technology brings down the treble a little bit. It's a wave forming mechanism. It's actually a physical thing that you can see on the planar face of the device. And it really does smooth out the only place where you might have seen bright spots in the Liric I get smoothed out in that treble region with this GWRM technology they've applied to the Liric II. So I'm really excited to try both of these back to back on a few different sources and see where we come out. I think, for me, there's a lot of virtue in a closed back headphone. I think Meze continues to have one of the highest standards in the industry for build quality. Everything about this feels luxurious. And they've really hit on a lot of the points that reviewers and people in the industry didn't appreciate with the first version. I think it's a really powerful thing when companies find their biggest critics and they send them an update to this product. And if you look across YouTube, you'll find several deep dive reviews where the first people they sent the Liric II out to were people that were very critical of the Liric I. To me, that shows incredible confidence that Meze believes they've addressed any of the issues with the Liric I and made a truly better product with the second version. So I'm excited to dig in. So like most high-end Meze headphones, these are using the Renaro designed isodynamic hybrid array technology. So this is one of the most sophisticated and advanced planar magnetic technologies in the world, and it's been scaled down to headphone size. It uses kind of a wavy configuration combined with a coil configuration to give you different sound signatures throughout just the space of the headphone. These headphones are also ultra low distortion with a total harmonic distortion that measures under 0.15% across the entire frequency range. They're incredibly lightweight at 71 grams. Maybe it's not fair to say featherweight, but certainly not the type of thing that's going to make you uncomfortable whether you're listening at your desk or on the go. And these are also a pretty easy headphone to drive. They'll do 100 dB at 1 milliwatt at 30 ohms, and they can be driven by almost any portable source without the need for massive amplification. So specs aside, what are the big things here that you're going to hear different in the Liric II versus the Liric I? Well, they've tuned the whole sound signature. The Meze Liric sound was always pretty smooth, but I do think they've made it smoother throughout. A big deal, I mean, they've made the ear cups magnetic, which is great for long-term servicing, but they've got this new GWRM plate, and that is really designed to kind of roll off some of those or attenuate those high frequency peaks that are above 7,000. So you're gonna get a smoothness in the upper part of the range that was really missing in the headphone before.